CD Projekt Red revealed a lot of new info about the future of Cyberpunk 2077 and it looks pretty good. We got our first glimpse at the game's DLC, confirmation that some much requested features are being worked on, and a huge update was also released that includes things like transmog, cross progression and way more. We'll give you the full rundown here, so totally leave a like, subscribe for more Cyberpunk content and let's go. So like I said, the most recent Night City Wire ended with our first look at the first ever Cyberpunk expansion, which will be called Phantom Liberty. And we got some additional details as well. It's planned for 2023 and according to the video description, this won't just be any old expansion, but a spy thriller expansion. So very cool that they're sticking to a completely new theme for Phantom Liberty, and I hope this means we get more intricate and stealthy missions like the heist from the beginning of the game. Also, that title has to be a Metal Gear Solid reference, right? Phantom Pain plus Sons of Liberty equals Phantom Liberty? Anyway, we're able to learn a bit more from some of the dialogue and footage in the teaser as well. We hear V swear an oath to serve the new United States of America, and considering the fact that this is a spy thriller, I assume we're infiltrating and not actually joining this faction. Near the end of the trailer, the familiar voice of Johnny Silverhand tells us that taking that oath was probably a bad idea. And we even have Keanu Reeves confirming his return as the character after the trailer, and Johnny still being here should also mean the DLC takes place before the end of the main game. We also see a lot of new environments in these shots, like this very stylish hotel lobby, or at least that's what I think it is, and this greenhouse, plus there are a couple of shots that show a pretty war-torn part of Night City, which, if prior leaks are to be believed, should be the Pacifica combat zone. The game director also stated that the DLC would be expanding on one of the districts of Night City, further reinforcing that theory as Pacifica is already part of the game. And although V and Johnny are of course returning, there should be a completely new cast of characters for us to interact with, and I assume this very serious looking lady is going to be one of them. Digging a bit more into the lore of the game, the new United States of America is something that has existed since the 2040s in the Cyberpunk universe, after Militech essentially turned part of the US into a dictatorship. The current leader of the NUSA has tried to reclaim some of the free states, those who refused to join the new government, and Night City itself is stuck as a neutral party in between North California, one of the more powerful free states, and South California, a supporter of the new United States. So if I had to guess, the new United States and Militech are trying to make a move on Night City, and it's up to us to sabotage their plans so the city can remain independent. We also know that the majority of CD Projekt Red is actually working on this DLC, as seen on this graph from an investor call. But as a lot of people have already speculated before, it seems like most of the team will move on to a new project, most likely Witcher 4, after Phantom Liberty is done. Polish website XGP was able to confirm that this will be the only planned expansion for Cyberpunk, listing a comment from the game's official account as its source. Still though, CDPR has a reputation for delivering massive DLC, so there should still be a lot of new content for us to enjoy in the new expansion. But before that, we likely have a host of new updates to look forward to in the coming months, as some very exciting game updates were also teased during the Night City Wire. Gabriel Amatangelo, game director for Cyberpunk's post-launch and the upcoming expansion, revealed that one of the things the team is working on is a massive overhaul of the cop system. Right now, when you are wanted for committing a crime, cops kind of just appear near you until you are eventually overwhelmed or you run away. And while we do not know what this reworked system is going to look like, Amatangelo did say we should watch out for MaxTag, which, if you don't know, is a special branch of elite NCPD officers that specialize in dealing with cyber psychos, so they're way more geared up than regular cops. Another addition that was also announced was the inclusion of vehicle-to-vehicle combat, which should give us another excuse to jump back into some of the amazing looking vehicles in the game. And I think these two new systems might actually feed into each other, as the best reason to implement a vehicle combat system is for some high action cop chases through the streets of Night City. Finally, Amatangelo also teased some big improvements and new skills for melee combat, and also new and exciting cyberware. But there is a catch here, and it's a pretty big one. These new features, as well as the Phantom Liberty expansion, will only be releasing on the current gen consoles and PC, but not PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. While those versions will still receive minor fixes, the recently released update 1.6, which Joyce will tell you all about in a second, will be the last major update for last gen consoles. It's still wild looking back at Cyberpunk's launch situation and how long it took the studio to fix the problems with those versions, only to have to throw them away now because they can't support the new features they want to implement. Cyberpunk would have benefited so much from being developed developed as a true next-gen game, but now it kind of feels like CDPR is just abandoning part of their player base. But to kind of ease that pain a little bit, the last 1.6 update includes some pretty major additions to the game, and it's out right now on all-gen consoles as well. And you've been playing around with it, Joyce. What can people look forward to when they boot up the game?
Yes, update 1.6 is a big one, around the 12 gigs on PlayStation 5, and you can see the patch sizes for other platforms right here. Let's start with the biggest new addition to the game, Transmog. You can now change into your favorite outfit by accessing the wardrobe inside your apartment without interfering with the stats of your current equipped gear. There are 6 slots available, so you can mix and match around a lot, and after picking the pieces of clothing you'd like, you can equip it, or if you're done with Transmog, you can easily take it off again. These wardrobes are also available in other safe houses, like the buyable apartments that have been around since the previous update, and the houses of your companions or love interests. That means you don't have to spawn to your standard apartment every time to switch outfits. And what better way of getting a new piece of gear by trying to find the Edgerunner jacket they've added? It's promotional for the Edgerunners anime, which will premiere on September 13th on Netflix, and to get this jacket we have to do a special side mission. You can find it over here on the map in Santo Domingo. In a short alleyway you find this graffiti art on the wall, and next to that is a braindance headset. While interacting with it, you'll see a small clip of Edgerunners, and after watching you have to text your contact El Capitan, aka Reyes, who might know something more about the braindance. After a brief convo, you'll have to wait 1 day in-game to continue, and now of course, you can skip time via the main menu, but added to this update you can now also change the specific time of day by going to sleep in one of your safe houses, which is a very nice quality of life change. 24 hours later you'll get contacted by Falco, one of the characters from the anime, and after replying to him he says he'll leave you something nice with El Capitan. Go to the location indicated on the map, and there you'll find a box with David's jacket inside. Stats are pretty good, with 2 mod slots on it as well, and it looks really cool with the graffiti from the wall on the back. Flashy jacket that's also pickable in Transmog, of course. Now you might have noticed in the photo mode showcase that my character has a new hairstyle. Well, you can pick one of these not only at the mirror in your apartment, but also at the Ripper docks around Night City. With this update you can now change your appearance at them as well, including your whole body, like eyes, cyberwear, facial scars, etc. One of my favorite new hairstyles is definitely the young rogue one. It rocks, and I will probably wear this for a long time. While playing the game, you might have spotted some arcade machines around Night City before, but they weren't really playable. Well, with this new update you actually can. It's called Roach Race, and it's a brand new minigame where you play as Roach, Geralt's horse from The Witcher, who needs to jump over various obstacles and gather food like apples and carrots to get through the many levels. You are able to climb the leaderboard, and if you reach the top 5, you can earn special prizes like items or cash. You'll get contacted by a game developer from COP Arcades via text when you popped onto the leaderboard. The easiest way to find an arcade machine is in one of the buyable apartments. Next to the new Edgerunner side mission, we also got 3 new gigs for us to discover, where one of them, called Concrete Cage Trap, gives you one of the 6 brand new weapons added to the update as a reward, the iconic hypercritical precision rifle. It has a chance to burn enemies with thermal damage, which is quite powerful. We also got the VST-37, which is a shotgun related to the Edgerunners anime, and 5 brand new melee weapons. The latter you can easily buy at a shop over here on the map in the Badlands. Including a neurotoxin knife that does chemical and poison damage, where if you slice them once or twice it already takes effect. Very cool. But the most interesting of them all is the Cut-O-Matic. It's a chain sword that is a combo of a machete and a chainsaw, and can be very brutal while using on your enemies. Even the animation looks very smooth, and it can easily cut a way through to get your missions done. Also worth noting, they added Nibbles, the cat, to photo mode. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this. If you're not familiar, Nibbles is a stray cat you can fight near your apartment after the start of Act 2. It kinda counts as a secret side mission. We'll leave a link in the video description of how to get Nibbles, because it is a requirement for this photo mode feature to work. She's got different poses with very funny names, so you can finally take adorable pictures with Nibbles. They also added Edgerunner stickers to the library, and you can now rotate your camera 90 degrees so you can take screenshots vertically. With this new update, cross progression between platforms is also available. By going to options and then the gameplay tab, you can enable cross-platform saves over there, and this will automatically upload and sync these after you log in with your CD Projekt Red account. Saves can be transferred between consoles and PCs, but not from from PC to console. When we know more about new updates for Cyberpunk 2077 and new info on their upcoming expansion, we'll of course let you know here, so totally subscribe for more Cyberpunk videos if you haven't already. A like on this video would really help us out, and you can check out our reaction video of the Night City Wire stream by clicking on the screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!